You're tuned in to WSMC News, the news information station for St. Mark Baptist Church, with your host, Brian Pickett, and Sharon Glover.
Good morning, St. Mark. Welcome to this edition of WSMC News. I'm Brian Pickett.
And I'm Sharon Glover. Good morning. We begin today reminding everyone that we resume our weekly scheduled activities, including all Wednesday activities, early morning prayer at 6:30 a.m., morning Bible study at 9 a.m., and midweek inspiration at 12:15.
Also this Wednesday, we will conclude our spring revival with Dr. Lance Watson of Richmond, Virginia.
Little Rock and surrounding area. It's time for the 2012 Word and Worship Wednesday Spring Revival at St. Mark Baptist Church, featuring some of the country's most prolific preachers. 4 Wednesdays, 4 powerful preachers, 4 messages from God. Coming to Little Rock. On March 28th, we will hear from Dr. Lance Watson of Richmond, Virginia.
He leaves you for dead because he's so sure that after what happened to you, after what he did to you, he just left you there bleeding, anxious, discouraged, depressed, hurt, broke, and fearful. He should have taken you out, but he expected the anxiety to kill you. He expected the breakup to kill you. He expected the rape to kill you. He expected the molestation to kill you. He expected the abuse to kill you. He expected the brutality to kill you. He expected the disappointment to kill you. And so he walked away and he left you alive. But when he left you alive, that was a fatal mistake, because you are still breathing, still praising, still making progress, still moving ahead after all the hell I've been through. I shouldn't even be alive, but I'm still here.
Doors open at 6 p.m. and service begins at 7 p.m. Get refreshed, get renewed, get revived.
We will see you this Wednesday night at 7 p.m.
On the front line. And Single by Design.
Today is the Spring Kickoff Kickball Tournament, hosted by Frontline and Single by Design. This open tournament will begin at 5 p.m. at Reservoir Park. All are invited to come out and watch the fun as the teams vie for the title. We'll see you at 5 p.m.
Outreach News.
We have 2 announcements for the aftercare ministry. First, the spring session of Grief Share begins on tomorrow night at 6 p.m. in the Education Center. If you or someone you know is having a hard time dealing with the loss of a loved one, this is an awesome series that will help you learn how to heal. There is a one-time cost of $15 for the materials. This is open to the general public.
Preparation has begun for the Aftercare Estate Planning Fair scheduled for April 14th. The Aftercare Ministry is looking for insurance representatives to serve as vendors during this great life planning event. All insurance reps are invited to submit your information to Marsha Hobbs or Sandra Collins here at the church, and you will be contacted with further details.
Single by Design.
Single by Design will host Flying Solo, preparing for takeoff, this Friday night at 7 p.m. at Park on the River in Maumelle. This candid conversation dealing with issues singles face will be moderated by our friend, Pastor Marcus King of DeSoto, Texas. The cost is $5 at the door, and refreshments will be served. Space is limited to 120 passengers. Go to Single by Design Facebook page to RSVP or email singlebydesign@smart.info.
As a reminder, we will have our special call church meeting this Saturday at 10 a.m. The announcement of our recommended candidate will be made and instructions on voting will be explained as we come to the end of our search process. Please be present.
Men's Ministry News.
The men's ministry is now accepting payments for the April 21st trip to the Memphis Grizzlies game. The cost of the trip is $55 for the bus and the ticket, or $35 for the ticket only. Register in the lobby at the information centers.
Discipleship News.
St. Mark, we will begin our next Bible Institute, Becoming a Better You, on April 11th, and we want to call your attention to the bulletin, where you will find an insert with detailed class descriptions and instructions. Room assignments will be made based on your sign-ups, so please use the form to let us know which class you plan to attend. You may place your completed forms in the boxes in the lobby or the offering baskets. Thank you.
We would also like to save the date of April 4th for two very special events. We will again host an Easter blood drive in conjunction with the Red Cross. On last year, we had a great turnout, and we are looking for even more to give this year. Please schedule your appointment today and give the gift of life.
Also, on that evening, the Worship and Arts Division will present the story of Jesus, the man, the miracle, the Messiah, at 7 p.m. This great night of worship, honoring and remembering the sacrifice of Jesus for our salvation, will no doubt be a night to remember.
That concludes the news for today. Please govern yourselves accordingly. Thank you for your time and attention. Until next time, be blessed.